On the current status of Project 75I to build 6 advanced conventional submarines with AIP system, the Vice Chief of Indian Navy has said that the Navy is continuing with Project 75I, and the idea is to develop some capabilities. He also said that trials of the Rafale and F-18 have been completed to prove their capability of operating from Indian aircraft carriers. He also added that the situation in Eastern Europe will have no impact on the 2 Advanced Talwar class frigates being constructed at the Russian shipyard for the Indian Navy. According to media reports, certain agreements and clauses are being tweaked in case of Project 75I, that is expected to be finalized very shortly, to adapt to such unique situation in the submarine program, from which Russia, France, Germany and Sweden have already pulled out, leaving South Korea as the sole bidder. In response to the request for information issued by the Royal Australian Air Force in 2021, the Indian government had offered 35 Tejas LIFT variant at $40 million per unit and wanted to conclude it through a government-to-government deal. But as per latest reports, the Australian government has refused to go for the government-to-government deal and wants to keep the tender open. The Australian Deputy Prime Minister held talks with Defence Minister Rajnath Singh on 22 June, during which he informally indicated Australia's lack of interest in India's government-to-government offer. The Tejas LIFT is still in the $1 billion competition, but there is a high chance for T-7A Red Hawk program, as the Royal Australian Air Force already operates the T-7A. Garden Reach Shipbuilders has announced that it will launch the INS Dunagiri on 15 July, which is the second frigate of the Project 17A. The P-75I frigates are built with extensive use of low observability technologies, including new radar-absorbing coatings, composite materials, faceted shape superstructures, and will be armed with a 127mm main gun, 2 AK-630 anti-aircraft systems, 2 torpedo tubes, launchers for 8 BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles and 32 Barricade surface-to-air missiles. The chief of Russia's Rosaeronexport has pointed out that it is ready to supply additional knockdown kits for the assembly of Su-30 fighter jets in India, and Rosaeronexport and Hindustan Aeronautics are in talks for the delivery of 12 more knockdown kits of Su-30 fighters for the Indian Air Force. He also said that Rosaeronexport is ready to carry out joint work on the Super Sukhoi modernization of 150 fighter jets. That includes integration of longer-range weapons, a powerful AESA radar, and next-generation avionics. The Chief of Egyptian Air Force met the Chiefs of Indian Air Force, Indian Army and the Indian Navy, during which they discussed wide-ranging talks on new ways to enhance defense cooperation, and the prowess of Indian defense industry was also highlighted. India has offered the Tejas LIFT variant for 70 advanced jet trainer requirement of Egypt, as well as the BrahMos supersonic missile, and Egypt is also seeking India's help to maintain its MiG-29 and Mi-17 helicopters. The Indian Air Force has committed to send its Su-30 fighter jets to the exercise Pitch Black hosted by the Royal Australian Air Force, that will see participation of France with Rafale aircraft, Germany with Eurofighter Typhoon, Japan with F-2 fighter jet, Singapore with F-15SG and F-16, Indonesia with F-16A, and US Air Force with F-15C. The 3-week-long exercise Pitch Black aims to undertake simulated air combat exercises in a controlled environment, and mutual exchange of best practices towards enhancing operational capability. An advanced light helicopter squadron was commissioned into the Indian Navy in Visakhapatnam, which is the first naval squadron on the eastern seaboard that will operate the indigenously designed and built Advanced Light Helicopter Mark III. The squadron has been named Kestrels, and the Advanced Light Helicopters Mark III are fitted with state-of-the-art equipment which includes modern surveillance radar and electro-optical sensors that would enhance the surveillance capability on the eastern seaboard.